Hi. So I'm going to be talking about the International Green Council. So as Rania mentioned earlier, it's the level 5 of level 5 for Pi. And the simplest way to put it is the IGC, the International Green Council, is just there to ensure that all the projects we work on adhere to sustainability and best practice in for the planet, people, and profit. So the goals or the purpose of the IGC is to create sustainable international organizations. It's also to champion sustainability as a strategy for community. And what surprised me was a lot of the people that we just spoke to right now all felt that collaboration was a huge part of ensuring um, longevity in sustainability and sustainable projects. It's also about another purpose of the IGC is to activate and establish communities, again, for purposeful innovation. And it's also to establish enablers for a green community. Hold on, just pull this up. So we have Green Council meetings every week, and what we discussed on last week's meeting was this thing called the IMBA model. So that basically stands for intention, meaning, benefits, and evidence and action. So our IMBEA for the International Green Council. So our level 5 for the International Green Council is for our world. And our intention for the Green Council is to create a massive impact. And the only way we can do that is by setting up green councils all over the world and collaborating and making sure that everyone understands the idea behind sustainable people, planet, and profit. So our meaning is to have a lasting impact. Again, this can only be done through collaborations and understanding how everything works from the ground up. And the benefits to having this is smaller, like, actions people do on the ground are gonna, it's kind of like an echo chamber. They have more of an impact if there's a network set up for them to benefit from it. So we were talking about this yesterday. For example, there's people that go out and do beach cleans every week, but then the following week there's just as much plastic or trash on the beaches again. But if there was something set up like a network or a framework rather, that enabled them or helped those beach cleans would be more effective. And evidence for this is everyone that's here in this meeting. So this idea of collaborating and working together towards something much bigger than us and something that's going to be long lasting just talks for itself. Everyone here does something totally different from different walks of life, and other people outside of this meeting who I've spoken to about Pi and about the IGC and what we plan to do and what we're working towards, they've always had like a really positive experience to it. Just talk about myself or what I've done personally. I've worked as a anti-poaching ranger in South Africa, and I've worked a lot with animal rescue and habitat restoration. And it's always come down to the collaborations of it. For example, in South Africa, when I was doing anti-poaching, um, it always felt like it was a cat and mouse game. So we'd go out, we'd look for poachers, we'd find them, and that was it. It was just a cycle of us doing something without having a much larger impact for it. But then if you get the community and the government involved and you start educating kids about why poaching is bad and why it shouldn't be done, and then talking about biodiversity and how each species is important, I feel like that would have a larger impact than just dealing with the symptoms of poaching. So yeah, that's basically just that's a very simple way to put what the International Green Council is about. We've got on the council, we have me, we have Veronica, who's in the chat as well. We have Bronwyn, we have Rania, and we have Rahma. And what you could do, is on the next slide, is there's a couple of ways to get involved. You could be a volunteer, that's just help out with anything we're doing, it's just 10 hours or less, or you could be a revolutioner, is get your business or your work aligned with our values and what we aim to do in the future. And yeah, if you want to get in touch, there's the emails for Wendy and Rania.